So, welcome back to another Game Chat episode, and me and Rob have been able to get together a little bit more lately, which has been really cool. A little bit more gaming time and a little bit more game chats like we're going to have here. So, we wanted to start talking about a game that years ago I was addicted to, and you were like, I'll never do that. I'll never be like you playing that. And that was Final Fantasy XI. I had a terrible addiction to Final Fantasy XI online. I'll do an entire episode on it. There was a podcast we did with Pete years ago.
The thing that I need to say in defense of myself, I had never played an MMO. I have always avoided MMORPGs. I have always thought, well, no, I don't like playing online with other people.
But why? Why would you be against that?
RPGs are supposed to be a one-person experience. The only one that I ever tried to play, the person I was supposed to play with often ditched me and didn't want to stick around, so I had no one to play it with.
Oh, Fantasy Star Online?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, no, honestly, for me, I know that they're a massive consumption of time, and I know that in that they can also be incredibly addictive, and so I've been afraid to try them. That being said, the PS4 has launch date beta that's free for Final Fantasy XIV for people to try.
I thought this was hilarious that you... Okay, I can understand you downloading it, but I didn't think you'd really play it. Okay, he'll download it. He'll maybe turn a title screen on.
Okay. So do you want me to walk you through the process of what happened to me?
Sure.
Noob. Never done one of these before. No idea what the fuck I'm doing. Downloaded it. Now, first of all, I downloaded it before the date that they said it was supposed to start. So I was like, dude, early access, bitchin'. So I downloaded it, and I tried to launch it, and it didn't do anything. And I was like, what? And it says, oh, well, you need a Square account. Okay, so I signed up for a Square account. It still wouldn't do anything. So that's when I realized, okay, I do actually have to wait till the launch date.
Right, yeah.
So, launch day comes along, sign in, and there's this awesome opening movie. Gorgeous. Amazingly rendered. And then it comes up to a start screen. So, check the options, check everything else out, twiddle a bunch of stuff, go to start. And it's a character creation. And it's a fairly standard fare. You've got your different races. You've got your male or female. And then you can adjust the physical attributes. And so I built one to be a big, giant tank guy. But I tried to make... I always thought the idea was you're supposed to make it look like yourself.
No, you could, dude. There's like guys who play girl characters. There's like the guys who, gigantic human beings who play little, small characters. It's just whatever you want to do.
I am not the biggest guy in the world, but I've decided to play that giant, huge tank, whatever they are, guys. Yeah. So I set that up, and I tried to make it look as much like myself as I could. Which...
I saw a picture and it looked like you. It was very funny.
I've named the character Robert Man.
Very original.
Well, just. I don't know. There's all these people with Zeph Tandiel, the elf, and all this shit going around, and I'm like,
no, Vegeta 6969.
Some of that stuff too.
Son Goku, yeah.
And there's Robert Man. And then I actually got to start the game. There's this long opening, and you're talking to a guy on a boat, and they're sailing into port, and then these pirates show up, and they run away, and I was like, is there a game? Oh, wait, I'm allowed to move things. And then there's this little text window in the bottom left. And then there's, little things in the middle of the screen. Yeah. And there's, a little mini-map up in the upper right. And there's, all these things around the outside. And I'm like, what the fuck are those? Thank God this thing does have an extensive tutorial. But, so I go through the tutorial, which takes another, hour and a half. So already I'm looking at, 2.5 hours invested.
Take a long time to learn.
Just starting in. And I'm like, and this is where the time goes. Aha. And then I start doing little quests around the town. You have to run and talk to this guy, and then talk to that guy, and then bring that over here, and then come back over here, and then bang, you got experience. Oh, that's kind of cool. And then there's all these other people running around too, and they're waving and jumping up and down and doing it. And I start to realize those aren't NPCs. Yeah. The NPCs all have the name and then a little something underneath it. But everyone else is people. So, just for a joke, I run up behind this guy, and I'm pretty sure he's, doing something in his menus, because his character's just standing there like this.
You're teabagging him.
And I'm standing up behind him, and I start going, and then I start doing a little dance behind him, and then he sort of turns around.
He says, fuck off.
And then, no, he just turned around, and he sort of gave me a thumbs up, and then he walked away, and I was like, that was pretty cool.
This is I experienced this so many years ago with Final Fantasy XI, so I wasn't Yeah, I must admit, when there's this magical moment when you've never played one, you get online and you're like, I'm in this world and there's all these people.
And this is
very
what happened.
cool.
And then the danger hit, because then, you know, I mean, and I gotta shut it down now, because this is, you know, afternoon, kids have had their nap, go back upstairs, do my thing. I save the game where I'm in a sanctuary, somewhere where you're safe so you won't get attacked.
Oh,
or something.
yeah.
So I make sure I'm inside the town, I save.
Yeah.
And now, I'm not sure, when I save, does that mean that my avatar is just standing there in the town? Until I come back?
It'll disappear.
Okay.
Right? Because you log out, but when you log back in,
He'll be right exactly where he was.
Sure.
Okay.
Nobody's mugging you or raping you when you're gone.
I'm not sure.
No.
I wonder if that's why you had to be in a sanctuary, because if you weren't, then you'd get raped. So,
yeah.
happens all the time.
Time.
That evening, Tamara had the flu.
Yeah.
Tam's sick. She's in bed already, asleep. The kids are in bed. So I'm like, it's 9 o'clock. I'll freaking help. It'll be fine. So I go outside the town, I start gathering experience, I join a guild, I start doing guild quests, and I look up at the clock and it's 11 o'clock. And I'm like, holy shit, I thought it'd been 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I hear Tam say, are you gonna shut that off soon? And I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'll be up in like 5 minutes. And then 45 minutes later, I'm like, holy shit, okay, I've gotta go to bed now. It's like almost midnight.
It's unbelievable.
I couldn't believe, and now I understand. I understand.
I will talk about my addiction. It's not going to be in this episode.
No.
But when I played Final Fantasy XI, I wasn't working at the time, and I got so addicted to it that I would wake up, and from 11 o'clock in the morning till 12 midnight, I would be on the game.
Oh my god.
And I would run out of the room. I played it in this room here. There used to be a TV, the old TV. I used to have there.
You had to set up there, and then you...
but I would run out of the room, grab a sandwich, and I would grab some meat, put it in a bread, and run back. I'd be eating it, playing. I was so into it. In fact, in 3 months playing the game, 3 months, 1 month was playtime. Full on. That's how bad it got for me. And so,
wow. But you know, I used to always be the guy that's like, oh, how can people get so stuck on this?
Funny.
How can they get so addicted to those? It's just a fucking game. Well, here's a nice big chunk of crow, and I'm eating it because I can now fully understand because you just slip into it, and it just time passes, and you don't realize because you get so absorbed.
Well, that's the thing, and for anybody who's playing like World of Warcraft, Kim's mother is totally addicted to World of Warcraft.
Oh, geez, really?
Absolutely addicted to it. I think she's kind of tailed off a bit now, but she was really into it. You can see where the addiction comes because it's fun. It's not fun.
And I haven't actually started playing with other people that I know yet. I've had people send me friend requests.
Crazy.
This is where, this is I was kind of like, I've had friend requests come in and I've accepted them, but I haven't been on it at the same time.
That's where the real meat and potatoes is. That's when you get to parties and start going to like bigger areas, tougher areas. I mean, like I got stories to tell.
And this is what worries me though, is because then people start relying on you to be on at certain times, and I'm like, I can't do that.
We create in Final Fantasy XI like what we call a static party. And that meant that you would have to be on at this time, and because everybody had a role to play. You know, like, so anyway, so yeah.
But that's so Final Fantasy 14 beta. It is out. It is it's very cool. I'm trying to be cautious about it, but it looks gorgeous. I can't contrast to the PS3 version, folks. I'm so sorry. I haven't played it on anything
I have,
else.
And I played the beta for the PS3 version, and I did an episode on it, but everybody was worried that I was breaking the NDA on it, so they're like, "Oh, take the video down." So I was like, "Oh, okay." So I took it down, and
there's no NDA on this one.
No,
You're
they
allowed to stream this one now.
I knew at the time that they wouldn't give a shit because they had already brought the game out. The game had failed, and then they're bringing it out again. They should take any positive press. But I understand, especially with copyright content ID and all of that. I did this whole review on it. It was fine. But I liked it. But I think I've moved on from Final Fantasy XI. I think I've moved on from online stuff. But then again, I did download the PS4.
Well, because what's nice is that it only lasts until I think the 8th of March, and that's it. After that, it's gone, and then you have to buy the game if you want any more.
Well, of course,
and that's done.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's fine. I will enjoy checking it out until then.
Yeah.
But you know, if
watch me go in the other room after this and get totally fucking addicted to the game.
And it'll be my fault because I told them to download it because it was free. Once again, I'm the asshole.
Anyways, guys, we just want to do a quick episode to talk about some experiences playing Final Fantasy 14.
11 and 14.
Yeah, 11 and 14. Fun time. So, anyways, guys, until next time.